Thanks. Warren is up next in Florida. Hello, Warren.
Hey, Paul. We met in Gainesville back in September 21 at Tailgatepalooza.
Oh, yeah.
SEC Nation was there for Bama. You and Tebow were sitting in the back of a golf cart. I yelled, "Paul Finebaum, you're God, we love you." And you waved at me, but Tim gave me and you a look like, what am I, chopped liver?
That's funny.
The question's about the Florida-Tennessee game, that home dog against Tennessee, definitely a meatloaf game, as we call it here. First of all, Gator fans need to cut Napier a break. You know, he's a master recruiter, much better than Mullen was, and I believe next year is going to be an amazing year for the Gators. But back to the game, you know, we saw Graham Mertz complete 80% of his passes. We saw our run game, ETN rushed for 172 yards, averaged 7.5 a carry. We had an early loss. We lost to the tough Utah team in Salt Lake, and you don't beat my friend Kyle Whittingham at Rice-Eccles. But so Paul, if Florida can keep up this level of play, how far do you see the Gators going this season?
Well, I think they could really have a good year based on what we saw the other day, because I thought that was probably the telltale game, because should they had Tennessee beaten them, they really had nowhere to turn with Kentucky coming up in 2 weeks, and now they have some momentum. They got Kentucky, Vanderbilt, South Carolina. I mean, those. I think with a Tennessee loss, you could have made a case that they could lose 2 of those 3. Now I think they could win 2 of those 3. And then, Arkansas no longer really – I mean, Arkansas might be the most troubled team in the SEC right now after that loss. And it's very difficult down the stretch. But I think the last 3 games are all very losable. But this next stretch to me is very winnable, especially the Kentucky game. I'm not saying they're going to. I'm just saying that that goes from a loss to a toss-up. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it very, very much. John.